Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm Emily, the home bookkeeper, and on this channel I help business owners and fellow freelance bookkeepers navigate the ever-changing QuickBooks Online, while also sharing insightful videos on all things business ownership and finance. Did you know that QuickBooks Online Plus has a built-in basic time tracking tool that allows you to compare billable hours worked by your employees? You can track time spent on one-off or add tasks using single time activity timesheets, or ongoing or repetitive tasks using weekly timesheets. In this video, I'll show you how to use time tracking in QuickBooks Online, including setting up an employee or contractor as a time tracking user so that they can record their own time. I'll also show you how to bill clients for time tracked. To enable time tracking in QuickBooks Online, click the gear icon in the upper right corner of your dashboard. Then select Account and Settings. From the Account and Settings page, select Time in the left-hand navigation menu to access the time tracking settings. Next, click on the pencil icon in the far right corner, and then adjust your time tracking preferences. You'll see two preferences in the Time tab. General. This allows you to set up the starting day of a work week for your team. If you select Monday, then all of your weekly time reports and calendars in QuickBooks Online will start on Monday. Show Service field. When you turn this on, you'll be able to specify services performed when creating timesheets. I recommend turning this on so that you can specify what service is billed easily and pull the appropriate billable rate automatically. Next, we have Allow Time to be Billable. This lets you specify whether activities should be billed to the customer and will allow you to add the billable time automatically to customer invoices. Show billing rate to users entering time. When toggled on, the employee entering time will see the rate you bill to your customer. Keep this turned off if you bill customers at a different hourly rate than you pay your employees or subcontractors. Once you set up your time tracking preferences, click the Save button. To avoid the need to enter billable rates manually every time you track time, specify them when setting up your service items. To do this, navigate to the Products and Services screen by clicking on Sales in the left-hand side toolbar, and then selecting Products and Services. Click New, select Service as the type, and then set the sales price or rate. When an employee records their hours, they can simply select the service from the list, and the billable hour will populate automatically based on the sales price or rate you specified for that service. If you want the team member to track their own billable hours, then you can invite them as a time tracking user to your account. To set up a time tracking user, click on the gear icon and select Manage Users. In the User Setup screen, provide the required details, including the name of the employee or contractor and their email address. Under the Roles section, select Track Time Only. Once you complete your user setup, click the Send Invitation button at the lower left-hand side of your screen. Once the invitation is sent, that user will receive an email to set up their QuickBooks Online account. You or your team member can track time in QuickBooks Online using single time activity or weekly timesheets. Single time activity timesheets are used for a one-off task, while weekly timesheets are used by teams that follow a weekly schedule or manage recurring daily tasks. To access timesheets, click on the plus new button in your dashboard and then select single time activity or weekly timesheet. Fill in the details of the single time activity timesheet. Enter the date on which the activity occurred. Select the name of the employee or contractor entering the time. Edit the cost rate or hourly rate. This rate may be the hourly wage or the cost to the company for that individual's time. It's optional if you're running payroll out of QuickBooks unless you need it for internal tracking purposes, like tracking labor costs. However, if you run payroll in QuickBooks Online, this field will be automatically populated based on the employee's information. Go ahead and select a pay item. Choose the pay item associated with the activity: salary, vacation pay, sick pay. Enter the customer or project. Choose the customer to whom the service is performed or the project related to the activity. Next up, you'll want to select the type of service or task performed. Make sure you edit the billable hour or rate. This field will automatically populate based on the billable rate specified when you set up your service item, as discussed in step 2. However, it can be changed here if you need it. You'll also want to indicate whether the service is taxable. If it is, go ahead and check the box. Location. If this pertains to you, select the location where the service took place. This might be relevant for businesses with multiple service locations. Edit the class. Choose the class associated with the activity. Classes are often used to track different types of work or projects within an organization. Now make sure you enter start and end times. Specify what time the task or service started and ended. This provides a duration for the time spent on the task. When you untick the box, you'll be prompted to manually enter the duration of the task. You can add a description about the specific task or the service performed in the description box. And now once you are done filling out your timesheet, click Save or Save in New. The weekly timesheet allows you or your employee to record billable hours for multiple customers and services performed. You'll see separate line entries for each customer with specified billing rates and recorded time spent entries. To complete the weekly timesheet, you'll need to provide important details, such as whose time are you tracking? Indicate the name of the employee or contractor whose time is being tracked. The tracking period. Specify the time frame for which you are tracking hours. This includes the start and end dates of the week. The customer or the project. Select the customer or the project associated with the work. You'll also want to go ahead and select the specific service or task that was performed, and you can go ahead and add a description with details about the task or service in the description box. Just like with a single time entry timesheet, the billable rate field will automatically populate based on the rate you entered when setting up the service item. Now make sure you specify the duration of time spent or the hours spent on each activity for each day. In the total hours section, this sums up the total hours worked by the employee or the contractor. This is based on the time entries recorded for each day during that week. Now at the bottom, you'll see total billable. This shows the calculated total billable rates for all the services included in the timesheet. It's based on the number of hours worked and the specified billable rate for the service item. Now, once you complete and verify that all of the information is correct, go ahead and click Save or Save and New. If you're ready to bill your clients for the time tracked, then click on the plus New button and select Invoice. In the invoicing screen, select the customer you're billing. And on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see a list of the billable hours that you've worked for that customer. Take a look at the screenshot. What you'll do is you'll select Add to include the billable time to the invoice. Review and adjust details as needed, and then click Save or Save and Send. To ensure all billable hours are billed to customers, you can run time tracking reports. Go ahead and click Reports on the left-hand side toolbar, and in the Reports screen, enter Time in the search bar. You'll see 4 suggested reports. The first one you'll probably see is the Time Activities by Employee Detail Report. This report provides a detailed breakdown of time activities logged by each employee. The next is Recent Edited Time Activities. This shows the list of time entries that have been recently created or modified, allowing you to see the most recent time-related activities. Unbilled Time. This report helps identify time entries that have not yet been included in an invoice. And then Time Activities by Customer Detail. This report provides a detailed breakdown of time activities based on customers. If you need enhanced time tracking features, such as the ability to clock in and out for employees, create schedules by shift, job, or task, manage multiple timesheets, and track time on the go, then you will need to purchase QuickBooks Online Time, formerly known as T-Sheets. It's time tracking software that integrates directly with your QuickBooks Online account. You've just learned how to use basic time tracking in QuickBooks Online using single activity and weekly activity timesheets. While QuickBooks timesheets are enough for simple time tracking, consider getting QuickBooks Time for more enhanced features. A link will be in the description box below. For more business resources, business supplies, gadgets, must-haves, and more, make sure to check out edjconsultinggroup.com/resources, linked below. And of course, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on bell notifications so you'll never miss an upload. If you have any video or tutorial requests, make sure to leave them in the comments below. And if you need more assistance, private QuickBooks Online coaching, or bookkeeping and payroll management, feel free to email or visit edjconsultinggroup.com. My firm is fully inclusive and ready to help you along wherever you may be in your entrepreneurship or personal wealth building journey.